The equivalent on the football side, as the next honorable mention comes up, is you know what? I'm just going to let his voice. And before I tell you, this guy, I am a fan of this guy because, much like everybody on this list, Shawn, this is the guy. This is how you want the guy to be as you listen to your favorite team. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Take a listen.
Goff's back. Washington brings the pressure. Goff throws. It is complete to Swift. Falls down, gets back up and runs inside the 10. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? To the house. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. From the seat of his pants to the end zone. Oh my goodness. 32, I see you. That is something else.
Dan Miller. You got to love his enthusiasm.
Ooh, I love Dan.
He makes no secret about being a homer, right? I love it.
Yeah, well, there is no secret. I met him, I did an internship at Fox 2 when I kind of started in the business, and Dan was always really good to me. So I was super happy for him when he got the NFL gig there, the Lions gig. And he's been fantastic. And he had to follow a legend.
Yeah.
He had to call, Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
And that's not one of the easier things to do. You talk about a guy that's the greatest ever at his position for a team that isn't doing too well,
Well, they finished the season strong last year.
To keep people interested.
But they finished strong.
Absolutely. I'm talking about over the 57 years I've been alive, I've won one playoff game, Ron. So
I know, and
I'm super happy they did that well that last year.
I have decided to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking it. I'm sipping it. I am sipping it, but I'm still drinking upon the Kool-Aid because of the way they finished last season. And this isn't a debate about the Lions, but I do want to bring this up because if you haven't gotten the chance, I recommend you go on YouTube. There's a couple videos out there of Dan Miller calling some of the bigger Lions plays of the season, and the videos on him in the playoff in the booth, and it's great watching. You won't be disappointed because he's so passionate about it. He gets so excited about it, much like Dan Dickerson does when he calls a big play or a big happening in baseball.
Well, he's certainly made some great calls. And can you imagine how great it'll be when the Lions finally do win a game of note? Even a game of note, because that certainly wasn't in Dan's career when last time the Lions won a playoff game.